everybody, welcome back to The Approved Cooking. So today I'm making Millionaire shortbread, which is shortbread but 10 times as amazing. So you start off with a layer of shortbread, then you top it with some caramel, and then another layer of chocolate on the top. It's kind of like a Twix bar, and it's absolutely amazing. So instead of just explaining it here, why don't I just get into showing you how to make it? Alright, so Millionaire's shortbread. This stuff is so damn good, so let's just get into making it. You're going to start off by getting yourself a large mixing bowl, and into it adding a half cup of brown sugar. So pour that in. Next thing you're going to add in is 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. Next in is a whole cup of unsalted butter, and I've melted it, so pour that in with the sugar and the salt. And then I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla paste or vanilla extract, either is fine. And then I'm just going to give these a quick mixing together to just make sure that the sugar has melted in with the butter. Next in is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And again, I'm just going to mix this all together. Shortbread is not hard to make. It's really easy. And you know what? For how delicious it is, it should be harder to make. But it's not. So you mix all that together until you get a nice, smooth, and consistent batter like I have here. It should be a little bit crumbly still. Like it forms and you can hold it. But it's almost like a wet sand, but a little bit thicker than that. But yeah, there you go. There's your shortbread batter. Let's give it a quick taste test. And yeah, it's already good. And it's not even baked yet. And speaking of baking, we're going to get ourselves a high-walled 13 by 9 inch baking pan. We're going to line it with some parchment paper and then throw the shortbread batter in there and just press it out until it reaches all 4 corners of the pan. This is going to be our base layer of the Millionaire shortbread, the actual shortbread cookie part of it. So spread it out, make sure it's nice and even, and then you're going to get yourself a fork and you're going to just dock it, like so, poke a bunch of holes in it, like that. Like that's what you're looking for. From there, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake this for 20 to 25 minutes until the shortbread comes out nice and golden brown around the edges, like that. There we go. This smells amazing already. It smells like shortbread, and I don't know about you, but I love shortbread. I love the smell of it. So we're going to let this cool down for a little bit, and we're going to move on to step 2, which is the caramel layer of the Millionaire shortbread. So into the kitchen we go. And in the kitchen, grab yourself a large pot, throw it on a burner, throw a medium heat on, and pour in 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened and condensed milk. Make sure you scrape the cans out. You want to get all of that condensed milk into the pot. Then you're going to add in 1 cup of brown sugar, mix that in. Then we're going to add in 1 cup of unsalted butter. I've diced it up into cubes, mix that in. And I'm just going to give this a quick mixing together. And then I'm going to add in 1/3 of a cup of light corn syrup. So again, make sure you scrape all of it in. And then we're just going to keep mixing this together for like the next 15 to 20 minutes on a medium-low heat. Now, it's going to come to a simmer, so you don't want the heat to be too high because you don't want to burn all of this. So medium-low heat, like I said. And then, yeah, just keep mixing it until it starts to thicken up and turn a nice golden brown. This is how you make caramel. It's super, super easy. You just have to keep mixing it. It requires a bit of constant attention. But as you can see, as I'm mixing it, over time, it's just turning nice and brown and more golden. Look at that there. Look at how good that looks. And that took about 20 minutes of mixing to get to. So after it's nice and thick and golden brown, I'm going to kill the heat and then add in a teaspoon of vanilla paste and then a good pinch of kosher salt to make this salted caramel. From there, I am going to mix this all together, and it just smells so damn good. It's salted caramel. Oh, the smell's coming off of it. Look at how perfect that caramel looks. It's not hard. It just requires some constant attention, that's all. So go get your shortbread and pour the caramel all over top of it. This is coming together so nicely. And then spread it out with either a spatula, an offset spatula, a spoon, really whatever you have. Just make sure that the caramel layer, much like the shortbread layer, is nice and even. And then we're going to let this set for the next like 2 or 3 hours. I'm going to throw mine in the fridge to cool down quicker. And after 2 hours, there we go. We've got a nice, solid, hard caramel layer. Look at that. So let's set this aside for a moment, and then we're going to work on the final layer, the chocolate layer, which is probably the easiest. So go get yourself 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips or baker's chocolate, throw it in a mixing bowl, and then I'm going to add in a half cup of whipping cream, and then I'm just going to throw this in the microwave and microwave it in 20-second intervals, mixing every time after 20 seconds until it's all mixed in together and combined like that. That was super easy. Now, you could have used a double boiler if you wanted to melt the chocolate, and that would have worked fine, but honestly, the 20-second intervals in the microwave works perfectly. So all I'm going to do now is add in a teaspoon of vanilla paste and just mix it in. The vanilla really just enhances the chocolate flavor. It doesn't make it taste like vanilla. And then we're just going to go get our chocolate and pour it on top of the caramel to make the chocolate layer. It is really, really simple, right? So just use your offset spatula or a regular spatula, again, or a spoon, really whatever you have, and just smooth out the chocolate so you get a nice even layer of that. And there you go. There's your Millionaire shortbread. Really, the only other thing you have to do is let the chocolate set. So I'm going to throw it back in the fridge for another hour or two until the chocolate is nice and hardened up. And look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. You know what, though? Let's take it out so I can show you all the layers. Now, I did have to scrape down along the sides of the baking pan, but, you know, it really wasn't that bad at all to take it out. So let's cut ourselves off a piece here, and here we go. I'm going to cut myself off a fairly large piece, an end piece, no less, and I want to give you a close-up shot here so you can see all the different layers. And there we go. There's the cookie layer, then the caramel layer, then the chocolate on top. There's your Millionaire shortbread. And oh man, it's gorgeous looking. So you know what? I gotta go in and taste this because it smells fantastic, and it was just so good. It tasted like a Twix bar, but homemade. So that automatically made it better. But anyways, that is the end of the episode. You should definitely try making these at home. They were so easy and so damn good. But if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and, you know, maybe drop me a comment and like the video. Thanks again for watching Indie Proof Cooking. We'll see you again soon.